Hey, so today we are finally going to be, I'm finally going to be giving my final, how many times can I say final and finally? My final thoughts on Singles Inferno now that it's finally over. My makeup today will be inspired by Singles Inferno. So I'm going to do a look that I would do if I were on the island or in Inferno, or according to the season, if I was in paradise every other day. Fair warning, my thoughts will very much be all over the place, which, I mean, fitting for the season. But anyway, let's get into the show. So let's start off, of course, with a love square, since the series was like 85% the love square. Honestly, this turned out exactly the way that I thought it would. I think that Shion definitely was feeling Jungsu from the beginning up until she went to paradise with Junseo and Jungsu in those last few little episodes. I feel like her not getting, I guess, that security from Jungsu about his feelings, and her also seeing and hearing that he's treating all the women the same, that was his biggest downfall. He wasn't upfront with really anybody, and Shion and Jungsu just were not on the same page. At their last little paradise date, he told her that he had been waiting for her, and she was like, what? She was not getting that vibe at all. So I feel like for those two, even though they liked each other, their issue was definitely the communication. It just wasn't vibing. It wasn't vibing at all. And then poor Teo, I knew that she wasn't gonna pick Teo. I said in my last video that I thought that Shion liked the idea of Teo and she liked his actions, but she didn't like Teo. And that was correct. Now, when it comes to Junseo, I still don't think that she really liked him that much in the beginning, and same for him. I don't think they were really feeling each other in the beginning. I still stand by what I said in my last video when it comes to those two, but what I think the turning point for Shion in picking Junseo was is when she came back from paradise with Jungsu, and they had that conversation, her and Junseo, when they walked to the middle of nowhere and sat under that umbrella, and Junseo, is it Junseo? He actually implemented the changes that she had asked of him, which was to be more gentle and kind to her, and to stop referring to her as Ya and calling her by her name, and just being a little bit more, I guess, quote unquote, romantic and gentle and more kind. Because I feel like after getting to know her three options, I feel like she was the most physically attracted to Junseo, and I feel like she liked his personality, because in the beginning of the series, was it her introduction or whatever, she said she wanted an emotional whirlwind romance, and high key she did get that with Junseo. So I understand why she picked him. And honestly, that's all I really have to say about the Love Square. The Love Square high key was kind of boring. Even that whole double date was just really awkward, and just justice for my girl Eugene, because she was put in the middle of that and very clearly was being used as a little pawn. And she was trying her best to make Jungsu look good and play wing woman, I guess. But that was just, I don't know. The Love Square, it was predictable and kind of boring, and I feel like they were trying to recreate the magic of the love square of season 3. But like the reason why the season 3 love square ate is because they all had personalities, very large personalities. And also, the reason why the love square wasn't that annoying in season 3 is because the other couples also actually got screen time, and the other couples were actually interesting. And I feel like season 4 didn't have enough of those other elements of having like other interesting couples to kind of break up the love square. So it just felt like we were on Singles Inferno and everybody else was like side characters. And like the mains weren't even that interesting because they really weren't. What we should have gotten more of is Dongho and Arin, because they ate, they carried, and they have felt like the most genuine situation that has come out of the show in a long periodically time. And they were just so cute. I loved their conversations. I loved all of their scenes because they talked about more than the same like 3.5 conversations that everybody else was talking about. And they just seemed really genuinely into each other. And I was so here for Dongho, like very respectfully turning down Yujin and Halen and telling them, you know, girl, it's too late. I'm not going to change my mind. I already know who I want and I will not falter. And I love that for Auden. I really appreciated them. I really liked them. And I wish they would have gotten more screen time. Honestly, I would have taken Taewon and Cheon, even though we were shown that they really weren't having too interesting of conversations either. But I'm not gonna lie, they're like little awkward interactions, low key, more interesting than the love square. I'm sorry, but they were. I just wanted to see my girl Jiyoung. She deserved so much better than what she was given on this series. Like, oh, Jiyeon was literally 10 out of 10. Like, in all departments. And I just... Singles Inferno, producers, casting, whatever, y'all have got to do better. Like, come on. I need for season 5, since that's already been announced, can we please diversify? We need less actors and models, and we need more regular people. When I say regular people, of course, most people are going on, especially this reality show, for a bit of clout, a bit of exposure, but like, let's take it back to real estate agents, CPAs, which I love that for Dongho. Maybe that's why I liked Dongho and Auden so much. Even though she was a model, she was still like down to earth. You know, I don't know how to explain it, but like I need more. Y'all used to have people on here who were like Harvard students studying to be like freaking neurosurgeons. Y'all had like biochemists, even people. Oh, we had Pilates instructors, freaking fitness trainers. Like, can we just take it back? We need to reel it in a little bit. Like I said in my last video, let's take it back to season 1 because it's very necessary at this point. If we're not going to take it back to season 1, if it has to be a bunch of models and actors and people that are just trying to break into the industry, can we at least get an interesting plot line? A lot of reality shows are heavily produced, but can it at least be an interesting production, please? Please. Because this was just predictable and boring. I will take predictable if it's actually interesting. Also, I'm over the physical challenges. Can we get a puzzle? Can we get a riddle? Like, can we please do something else? The physical challenges are boring because the same three people win every single time. You already know who's gonna win the physical challenge damn near before they even do the first physical damn challenge. You know, off based off introduction. You know who you're about to see in paradise over and over and over again. And it's like, it's just that part of the predictability I'm not down for, because I don't want to see the same 3.5 people constantly going to paradise because every single challenge is a physical challenge. Can we use our brains a little bit? Damn, you have so many like freaking actors and girl, do an acting challenge. I don't know. Like, I know they tried a different element by having the men and the women do challenges together. And it wasn't that bad, but it was still very much predictable when it came to who was gonna win. Because even in those challenges, like, the same 3.5 people still won those. They also go to paradise like way too soon. What do you mean as soon as they land on the island they're going to paradise? I thought this was Singles Inferno. They haven't even all met each other yet. I'm over the split infernos. Take it back to one inferno and let's all meet. And can they at least spend the first night on the freaking inferno and like meet each other and mingle? Because I feel like the split infernos is also causing us not to get to know each other fast enough. And that's why on freaking day 9 they be talking about, oh, I haven't even gotten a chance to talk to everybody. I hadn't even gotten a chance to speak to who I really wanted to speak to. I didn't get to show my interest. It's day 9. Which, granted, since the Inferno is split, you didn't even get the same amount of time with everybody. And also, stop bringing people on the damn island on like what they be bringing them in on like day 3. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Nobody ever picks. Actually, there has been one person who has ever been coupled up who came in the middle of the series. Even y'all voting people in, we saw how that worked out. Those women literally voted for that man, and he still got nothing. I mean, technically he did get Hijin, or Hijin, but like that was clearly not sincere, and she had to make the first move. So I was 1000% not here for that, because what do you mean she had to make the first move on you, sir? What are you here for? You're supposed to be a game changer, ain't changed nothing. I just feel like next season we really need to hone in and focus on the Singles Inferno part. We need to take it back to the tents and the damn air mattresses. We need to take it back to them having to cook their own meals. We need to take it back to them having to go on a damn hike for water. We need to take it back to them just all being introduced together on the same damn island. They need to spend the first night in Inferno, getting to know each other, checking each other out, seeing who they vibe with, seeing who they may potentially want to go to paradise with, and then that next day they need to have a competition, and then we can take it to paradise. Y'all be doing way too much, way too fast, because ain't no damn reason why. They barely touched foot on the sand, and they were like, oop, now you get to go to paradise. Girl, what? You had some of them not even spend a full 24 hours in Inferno before they were right back in paradise. So that's that on that, I guess. What else even happened on this series? Honestly, the love square, yeah. Dunko and Auden carried. I really liked Baekjeon, and Taewon. I can't say I was really that disappointed or shocked or surprised, because at the end of the day, he's a man. But like, DJ, house music club, and just how very self-centered and he was a little off-putting. Also, sir, are you really a DJ? Do you really own a club? Because you're an actor for sure. Because I have seen him in multiple series. Do they give like fake jobs for Singles Inferno? Because I know they be doing that for Love Island. Do they give like you don't want to, or do you like not want to say you're an actor? So you're like, oh, or maybe he does own a club and he's a DJ and he's like an actor on the side. I just feel like a lot of the contestants, they be actors. Anyway, that's not what I was talking about. I don't remember where I was going with that. Honestly, I thought that I would have like a bit more to say, but like the last 4 episodes didn't really change my opinion or like really add anything to the first 8 episodes. So that's kind of disappointing. I still feel the same about literally everyone. Yeah, I really liked Auden and Dungho, which still stands for my last video. Baejeon, the queen that you are. Taewon, obviously you went like way down, so I guess the last 4 episodes did add a little something. More context to them. That was great. Thank you for that. Uh, I still liked Haylin. I feel like she actually did come and, shake up the island a little bit. The only thing she really did where I was kind of like, no, girl, is when on her last Paradise date and she wanted to take Dungho, and Dungho told her that his interest lies with someone else and that he won't be swayed. Babes, I think you should have let it go. Like, I get it. She didn't want to have any regrets. Like, you go, girl, for that. But if that person done sat you down and told you, I am interested in somebody else and I will not be swayed, I'm standing 10 toes down behind my girl, babes, I feel like you should have took that. Granted, maybe there wasn't anyone else that she wanted to take to Paradise. I think she might have actually said that, but I really can't remember. But I still was kind of like, yeah, no. Because is it really going to be that fun? Is it really going to be that interesting for you? Like, regardless of the show and the entertainment aspect, but are you really going to have a good time? But I guess maybe she did. And then there was Minseul. I really wish she would have got over Junseo, but I mean, I guess she wasn't really vibing or feeling anybody else, so why not stick to who you're attracted to? All in all, I feel like this season was hella mid. Definitely would not watch it again. Don't really recommend. Season 4, I fear she was a flop. But I feel like every show, especially reality shows, they have a flop season or two. Let us hope that this is the only flop season. And I don't mean flop as in it wasn't a success, because I feel like most seasons of this series will probably be like a success. But as far as like entertainment, rewatchability, and just overall standing out amongst all of the series, like this season is definitely the flop of the 4, which sucks because they did have a few like interesting people on the series, but I just feel like making the love square the center of attention was like the wrong move, because I feel like people are also interested in like the friendships that also form. Like, I get it, it's supposed to be about them finding potential romantic partners, but like sometimes the friendships be a little bit more interesting. And let's not only focus on the drama, because sometimes the drama is not really giving drama. The tea be ice cold. Drama be hella stale. I definitely would have rather seen like some of the bonus content that they were posting on YouTube and TikTok. Some of those scenes were actually way more interesting than what made the final cut on Netflix. And I just feel like there were a lot of missed opportunities for like some really funny and like cheesy and cute fun moments that definitely would have made the show much more enjoyable and much more interesting to watch. Hopefully, Netflix Korea and the Singles Inferno production and casting and whoever will take the internet's thoughts into consideration, because the series, she still has potential. Apologies again, my allergies are going absolutely insane. My thoughts very much all over the place, just like this series. My face to neck situation is literally insane. But it's kind of giving though. Oh, I'm playing. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.